Hi guys, I'm Kriti and I'm back with another episode of Humans of Pesto. As you know me, I bring amazing successful stories of Pesto alums, how their journey has been, how they've upskilled themselves throughout our program, and how they've got their dream jobs. So today we've got a very interesting story and a very interesting alum with us, Abhishek. Now today's podcast is going to be very helpful for you guys for two reasons. Number one is obviously that Abhishek is going to discuss about his pesto journey, about his upskilling, and what are the challenges he overcame to, get all the, become a very successful software developer. And the number two will be he will also be sharing his passion and the hard work that he's done through the program and also outside of pesto to make sure that he is able to achieve what he actually aimed for. With his dedication and hard work, he has been able to get an amazing opportunity to work as a software developer with a US based partner, and he has been able to get a 13x hike from his previous company. So that's a huge achievement that he's gonna talk about. So Abhishek, I know that you're from Indore and you're doing a remote job from what, since like lockdown?
Yeah.
Okay. So I know that you're working with a US partner. So what exactly do you do and what is it about? We would love to hear about it.
So before this company, the founders were in Stanford University, and they were researching on something like they were trying to ramp up the labeling part of supervised machine learning process. So in order to label it, every expert which is getting that image have to be there, and they need to manually label them. So what they did is they added some functions into it. They tweaked that method. So after that tweaking, what we have is we have some set of labels which are already labeled, and we pump them into a labeling function, and then labeling function will recognize what label it would be, and then it will apply that method to millions of records. So this is how we are achieving. We are just optimizing that labeling part with the company, and after that they build a platform, a web-based platform. So that web-based platform is just helping layman people to do that thing which I've explained already.
What exactly is your part in this whole labeling concept that you just explained to us?
Yeah, so my role is a front-end dev. So anything comes into web engineering is sort of my expertise, or what I can say is my area. So I'm right now in the user experience team, where we are just making sure that every experience that user is having with the web application would be good.
Great. So, like Abhishek, what I know that you are a front end developer now, and like how many years of experience do you have now?
Around 3 years and 2 months, 3 months.
Acha. So,
Even I'm
what
not sure.
inspired you to become a front software developer? What is the what is the driving force behind you becoming, doing some crazy work in the web development area?
From my from my senior school, what I can say, in my 10th, 12th, I was really fascinated about how a programming, how an Android application or any application works. So how, at that time, Facebook was growing. So I was very interested in how they works. How they can just do something in Palo Alto, and everywhere it is there. The application is there to every user. So that was a really interesting thing. And then I started with web development a little bit, because web development is more intuitive as compared to other things. Because the moment you add some HTML and CSS, you can have it on your screen, and it has some different. You can play around with it, add animations into it, and it is really interesting for a beginner. So yeah, that was the kickstart which I get. And then later in my college part, I moved myself to machine learning and Python. So the first internship I got was also from Python. And then in that section, I was also doing web development. So that web development became a major part of my career.
So after completing your college, you knew that you wanted to become a software developer, right? So
Yes.
like I'm sure that you joined one company and you figured out, where was that point when you thought that you wanted some upskilling apart from what you already know?
Uh, so to be honest, I was working very well, and I was learning a lot of things. So um, the whole I found out is, the people surrounded by with me were, I mean, I'm kind of got into a space where my learnings were like flat, plus my financials were flat. That's truth. And then so what I did is, even before applying to Pesto, I've applied in Pesto in 2019 August, where I have just 2 months of professional experience, and they were looking for 2+ years of experience. So I didn't got any response from them, because but I was interested from right there, the way, and I knew that how US companies are paying really well. The pay you should be getting for the same work you are doing for the Indian company and a US company. So that was the difference I found out, and then applied Pesto in 2019, rejected, and then reapplied in, I guess, May 2021. um, and then I got a hacker rank link and I joined. I was really interested because I knew Pesto is a really good place to have for in order to upscale myself. um, yeah, so that's it.
So with Pesto, you joined. I mean, I know that previously we wanted to work with senior developers, but now the program, we've changed the program, and now even Pesto realized that even young developers want to become a part of Pesto, and now we've
Mhm.
got our Plus program wherein even young developers with freshers also can come here and get upskilled, and we will help them with jobs. So that is something that we've actually taken account of all the feedback that we've got from you guys also.
Mhm.
So once
Mhm.
you came to Pesto, you joined the program. So what I want to know is, how was your journey? How was the learning experience for you?
Yeah, so I joined my program. The program at the time were Ninja batches. So I joined Ninja batch, which needed 1+ years of experience. I didn't knew that it needed 1+ years of experience, because my mind was coded like they just need 2 years of experience, more than 2 years. So when I got more than 2 years of experience, then I applied again. So the Ninja batch was a fast-paced acceleration program where you just have 10 weeks. And they onboarded around 27, 28 members. And what hack was there, that if you don't cope up with that speed, you will get eliminated, and you will join Pesto again. You can join Pesto again after 6 months. So that was a hack, and that was a kind of speed. I mean, they Pesto in that Ninja batch, they were just trying to launch a rocket, and it worked on a lot of people. So the program was sort of full stack, where you got a mentor, you got a buddy, um, and you both you all of them, I mean, three of them will build a project. Mentor will just mentor it. And so in that first 2 weeks, we had the designing part, not the designing part, the brainstorming part, that what we need to build for that 10 weeks. For that, the implementation part was just 4 weeks. So it started from 2 weeks, where you will get a quick walkthrough of what you need to do with your mentor. And you will just um, sort everything out before you actually jump on and build the project. Then you have next 2 weeks for what for designing. So you have either Figma, or you can have another designing tools, where you will just design the application, how it will look like. Then after that, it has a presentation where you can get eliminated as well. um, so that presentation was kind of a prototype, not prototype, the design presentation, that what we want to build and how we are going to do that. So yeah, that and then we passed. Then we have 4 weeks of the building part, which was really tough, because the time we had was really less. And we were everyone who joined were was, I mean, doing their day job, the 9 to 5, plus they were doing it as a side hustle in the night. So that was really wild, I would say, because some of the nights I even I had some sleepless night because of the work we had to deliver. Otherwise I'll get rejected, and I don't want it to waste 6 more months. So after that 4 weeks, the building part was completed. So that total 8 weeks we had a project, and we had to do a presentation to some external members who were there just as jury. um, so yeah, we did that and we passed somehow because that project was really um, heavy. So yeah, it and in every week you have every weekend you have master classes. So you can have, let's say someone is architect, senior architect in some big tech company, and he is going to give you an overview of how the scalable microservices work. So this is how, as a demo, I'm just telling this. Some of them were for design. I mean, the master classes were from the industry experts, which are really on top and which can give you the exact amount of content, not any noise, just the exact amount of content you need to build that kind of applications. So yeah, then after that was, I mean, really well. That was really wild. And then after you get into placement. So yeah,
So
that
your
was just the
experience,
program.
like I know that you completed a project. The project is actually a very crucial part of your upskilling,
Hmm.
because you
Hmm.
get to
Hmm.
live code a project. You're facing the same challenges that you might have to face once you get into a job of being a front
Hmm.
end developer. So I know that that whole live experience counts a lot and gives you a lot of growth, which is actually
Hmm.
required. So like, how do you think that it helped you grow? Where exactly is do you think that the live project or the mentorship
Hmm.
created a very big impact in your career?
So the mentorship and the project, every was engineered to level you up. Just giving an example, master classes were very explanatory and very insightful, and it helped me having that right product mindset, having that right the planning skills that I can have. Is, let's say I'm building a project, so everything was covered, and everything just I was just taking every sip of glass from that master class and taking that kind of like coding in myself, encoding in myself, so that I'll be that product engineer what they really
Yeah.
wanted to have us to be. um, yeah, so and the mentorship, uh, after completing that project, we had mock interviews where we were explained. We had system design mock interviews, we had some machine coding, like you just need to code in vanilla. Some of them were just for React based. So that kind of mock interviews I've got from the mentors. And those mock interviews were really well. I mean, they let me code first. Let me. I mean, they walked me through the how the whole interviewer is looking for in you.
Mm.
Like he first just communicate well, and um, I mean, do the um, do the communication part first, and then jump onto coding. But first, take it as a conversation, not an interview. So yeah, that
So it
helped
did
me a
build
lot
you
in
build a lot
my
of
next.
confidence in you to
Yeah,
clear a lot of interviews,
so
right?
true.
The mock interviews
Hmm,
actually help you to understand what kind of pitch you have to take to clear the technical rounds also, right?
true.
Yeah, great. Yeah. So after coming into placements, like I know the placements
Hmm,
journey is also very, very important, and you get to learn a
hmm,
lot of things through placements also.
hmm.
So, what was your learning growth there, and what were the challenges you faced during the placements, and how did you overcome it?
So to be honest, I did 1 month of placement. I was in placement pipeline for 1 month, and before that I sorted out all the problems that might occur into placement pipeline. I knew that for US companies just the notice period is 2 weeks. So I've contacted one of an alumni, um, and then he advised me that you can just resign right now and make sure your 3 months of notice period is completed, and then you put yourself into the placement pipeline. And that really helped me out because um, it was like I interviewed the last round on Thursday and I joined on Monday. And they were really eager for me. I mean, they were really eager to let me in because I was an immediate joiner. Nobody wanted to wait 2 to 3 months for anything. I mean, any candidate to join. It is really um, what I can say, untrusty thing. So yeah, I did that. And in my placement pipeline, the first interview I had was really bad, I have to say, because I wasn't prepared like I should be. And then the moment and gradually I prepared myself that what the interviews are asking from me and how I can take insights from them and then reiterate it into myself. So yeah, that was it. And then the end of the month I joined a startup, which was really amazing.
Right. So I know that this after the placements you get to join the company, and that's another level of experience that you have. Why? Because you have to coordinate with a lot of people. You're working remotely. I'm sure that remote working has its own
Hmm.
challenges, pros and cons.
Hmm.
So how was this? How was getting into a new job, a new role? How was your experience onto that?
So the experience is really I mean, what I can say is the experience is really exciting because you are joining a company and you are having a lot of new people where you will learn a lot of new things uh, in both ways, like in something like the way of communication. From some people I've learned the way of writing emails. Some of them I learned the way of being in a call. Let's say someone entered, and the way you introduce them with everyone else is like, that is really good gesture to have. So I've learned a lot of things from different people, and that was the motive for me when I the mindset I had when I joined a new company,
Great,
that
yeah.
you get to learn a lot of things from everyone.
I think this will be very helpful for every new developer to understand that new opportunities do bring in new challenges, which is how
Hmm.
everybody grows and learns into the process. Any advice that you have for a young developers who want to become software developers or front end engineers?
What I have couple of people who, let's say someone is in pharma and he is looking me like, pharma is, I've chose the wrong thing and I need to jump into programming and wanted to join I mean work as a software developer. So every advice is just same, is like start from YouTube or the every, I mean, you just need to have that hunger. I mean, if you have that hunger now, you will find ways to be in that place. Like you wanted to be a software engineer, you will be there um, until you have that hunger. Like let's say mm, just pinging me like, what should I do? I've did this. I've created a Netflix clone, and what should I do? So I've checked the code and just told him that, okay, do one thing, just apply some CI/CD in with the GitHub and GitHub Actions. So the advice is just same, like um, there are a lot of free resources out there, YouTube, Medium, even I can say Log Rocket, because I'm very fascinated about the website. They have a lot of really well insightful things on that website. So there are a lot of free content out there. Just use that content and you will be a software engineer in no time.
Right. So obviously the basic, you need to have the fundamentals cleared. I mean, you have to do the hustle part is actually there. We cannot avoid that. If you want to reach somewhere high, so basic is like we all struggle. We start with the hustle. We understand the basics, the fundamentals, and then we start growing in. Yeah. So I mean, you have been a very very active member of our Pesto community. So like what I wanted, so why do you think that it is very important to become a part of development community? Do you really think that it helps a software developer in upskilling and probably getting better opportunities?
Yes, it is. Like I mean, this helps a lot because you need to constantly grow your network with the right people, that the people who are let's say you want to be a CEO, so you better be a assistant of that CEO, because at on that position you will learn a lot. So yeah, that's or just communicate with, or just brief befriend with them. So that's approach I use every time, is like accumulate the people who you wanted to be, and they will give you really good insights, or the ways where you will get helped. I mean, you they can buy you a lot of time. Let's say you don't know where to start from programming, you just went to YouTube and scrolled a lot of videos. But if you contact to a software engineer or someone who is really well in their job, what they can do is they can tell you the exact videos that you need to watch, and the exact things you need to do in order to be that one. So yeah, that helps you a lot communicating with people, pinging them shamelessly. Whatever you have, like you have something doubts which is really naive, you can just ping them. They will really help, they will be very helpful. And yeah, you can grow much faster in this approach.
Right. And now coming to the fun part, Abhishek, I know that you were a part of our Pesto alumni meet in Beerwilling. I mean, you
Mhm.
went paragliding. So how was
Mhm.
it? What is the? I mean, let's hear about your Pesto meetup that you had.
Okay. Let's start with paragliding. It was damn scary. The moment I, the my, I mean, the moment I get into paragliding, the glider started in the air, and at that time I was just remembering that video, like why I'm here, because it was damn scary. Because you
Oh,
will just see, like
scary and
if you
thrilling.
fall from here, you won't make it in any fan. I mean, no matter what you do. So that's the scary part. And then it was after that you will in that time frame, that 20-25 minutes, you will cope up. I mean, your body will accommodate yourself with the surrounding, and you will start feeling really good. So yeah, let's move to the meetup. The meetup was amazing. I know that not a lot of people joined, but the people joined are my friends right now, and they were amazing. The meetups are really helpful for you to grow, helpful for you to build your network or expand your network. um, yeah, so that's
So
the
what
takeaway I
what
have.
was the motive when you got the invite for the meetup? So what was the motive behind कि नहीं नहीं ये तो मुझे करना ही है. I really want to be. I'm going is because I know you're from Indore.
Mhm.
So you flew
Mhm.
to Delhi, and so what was the idea behind this?
The idea was just networking,
Acha.
because I
And I
can
know
be
that
in
it's been
beer.
very fruitful to you.
Yes, I yeah.
Yeah, I know you've connected with a lot of alums, and you guys are
Hmm.
all friends. You're all in the community. You're all helping younger developers become better,
Hmm.
software developers. So I also know that you connect, like through the community and through the meetup, you actually connected with Yash, who is also our older alum, and he had
Hmm.
an opening in his company, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And you connected with him so because you were just interested in that. So I just want to know कि
Hmm.
यहाँ पे networking का what is the importance of actually getting connected with alums and having those networks that you're talking about.
I mean, the networks will refer you out. If you don't have the network, you don't know the person personally. They will refer you out in some, like in a way, like, yeah, just I just got a LinkedIn ping approach, and I'm just referring this guy. Or yeah, but the difference here is, you if you personally know someone, you will I mean, do it in a different way. Like, I'm sharing this to you, this is my friend, and I really wanted this candidate to be taken forward in a faster manner, kind of thing. I mean, with a more preferred preference. So yeah, this helps you out in this way.
So, but like what happens is, even if there are people who are referring you, I'm sure that the first step is to
Hmm.
be being curious. You need to have
Hmm.
that hunger to move into
Hmm.
some company or probably get into a better place. So for that,
Hmm.
I know that you're, as a person also, you're very curious and that you have to have hunger. So can you just
Hmm.
let us know how to, what exactly is that spark and what it brings to you?
Okay, the what I can say, the spark was to have to work with some people who are in Silicon Valley, because the tech thing started from there, not from my startup where I was working. I'm not defaming anyone. Like, you are not that good, you are not that good. But I had a um, sort of need. Like, I wanted to work with some company who is in Silicon Valley, and everything is right in that company. Like, I mean, a lot of ways I found out in that company, the solutions where I was struggling in the previous company, like with interviewing or in communication. And so, yeah, they are on top of the line right now. So, yeah, that was the motive I had. And um, when I met a lot of people in beer, I mean the alumni, the one thing the message I sent to everybody was like, the moment you have referral, you have to just ping in that WhatsApp group. And the same Yes did. And I'm glad that he did. And in the next minute, I messaged him like, I'm in. And in the next 5 minutes, I shared him my resume, like, just go and refer me out. And the other people who were also looking for that kind of change messaged him in the morning, and the message was there in 11 p.m. 11 p.m. Yes, p.m. I'm really
So that
confused right now.
that
So
urgency that you created, actually,
uh,
I
uh,
mean,
it helped me out. I was
it
the
is
first one who
your
got
career
the interview
changing
of
path. I mean, that
11. Hmm.
urgency, that hunger. So I'm sure that
uh,
that driving force is what gave you that jump, and it actually gave you
hmm.
your dream
Hmm.
job. So we are excited
Hmm.
about that. And yeah, so I think like, be as a developer, you have made a lot of difference, and I'm sure that you are helping. I know that you're helping a lot of young developers, guiding them and helping them through the community. So thank you so much, Abhishek. I think we've had an amazing experience through your journey, and I know a lot of young developers are going to reach out to you because it is so inspiring to hear what you've done, and how you have created an impact that has got you into your dream job, and you're doing some crazy work there. So yes, guys, you can always reach out to Abhishek. He's there in the community. Please join the Discord community. We have shared the link in this video also. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to Pesto, and you share this video so that it can also help other young developers who want to become a part of Pesto. We are happy to have everybody, and we are happy to help every young developer who is trying to upskill himself. Thank you so much, Abhishek.